And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Intermission with Hanson and my co-host, Simone. Simone, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. I can't complain. It's been a good first act, I'll probably say, for me. What about yourself?
It's been a-okay. I'm ready for the second act.
Me too. Nothing wild happened in the first act. So hopefully that transpires in the second act, or maybe something unexpected will happen in the second act. Who knows? I don't know, but I'm excited for it. What about you?
I'm just excited to do something new, start the second act, and live life to the fullest.
That's dope. That's dope. Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, as you are getting your snacks and using the bathroom, today we are going to talk about anime. I'm fully excited to talk about anime. For those that don't know, anime is just animation done in Japan. Okay, so here in America, we have cartoons. Over in Japan, it's known as anime. They're not the same, though they're similar. Okay, so let's just make sure we know what an anime is. All right, you have anything to add to that?
No, you summed it up pretty well.
Okay, great. So with anime, for me in anime, this goes back to as long as probably I've been watching TV for. Coming home from school, turning on the TV, and just seeing a different style of animation be on the TV that's completely different than what I was used to. So it'll be going from Codename Kids Next Door, Little Bill, The Proud Family, and stuff like that, and then just a complete shift to One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho, and stuff like that. Like if you were a child during that time frame, and then you just saw the shift of animation, it was really breathtaking and honestly pretty cool. But something I kind of want to discuss about between anime and regular TV shows are theme songs. I always find it very interesting that with anime, you literally have a minute to a minute and 30 seconds of a theme song talking or just showing you bits and pieces of the show for that season, whereas American cartoons, it's like 10 seconds and then we're in the show. Some of you have anything to add to that?
Um, I think, yeah, it's definitely different when you think about it now, and honestly, I like anime openings better than cartoon animes. Don't hate me, but it's more it gets you into the show as a whole rather than like that particular episode that you're watching, if you
Right.
understand the difference between the two.
Right. I feel like when you kind of look at the opening of an anime show, it's literally giving you like here's like a synopsis of what you can expect for like this season or half of this season. Right. There may be a snippet of a fight that's going to happen. I'm literally just remembering Juju Kaisen, and in that opening with him and Toru fighting, and them showing that clap sequence, and just
Mm-hmm.
like, what is that? I want to see that in the show, so that it's like you say, it kind of keeps you invested to see how like that part or that arc of the show or the anime goes. Whereas American cartoons, it's literally just the same opening for like 10 years. Like, I mean, it sucks. Like, I don't want to bash, but Simpsons and SpongeBob have been using the same opening for God knows how long. SpongeBob came out in like 1999. There's been no change in the opening for SpongeBob.
Yeah, but it's like now you know whenever you hear it, that's the theme song for like you just know it's SpongeBob. Or you know the Simpsons like da 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 da. Like you just know it's them.
You do.
Rather than like switching up the theme song every season or every so often. Like it's like a 50-50, right? Like yeah, you want something new and exciting, like Lord knows how many openings One Piece and Fairy Tail has. But at the same time, like it's nice to just have like that one opening and then it develops from that one opening if you do it right.
If you do it right. I don't know. I feel like for me in openings, I like when there's a new opening. Like, I like when a show, like when the arc is finished and then we just have a brand new opening just to like okay guys, we're done with this arc. Now we're in a completely new arc. And this opening is going to take us through that arc. I low key enjoy that because I'm like, ooh, I'm like, yes, brand new opening. What's coming up next? Like, what's new in this arc to get me excited? But I mean, having one opening isn't bad unless that opening isn't fire. Like, if it's like a BS opening, then I really need them to change it. But if it's like an amazing opening, like in the Black community, we all rave about Yu Yu Hakusho's opening because that, to be honest, is one of the greatest anime openings of all time. They let that opening run for 4 seasons.
It's epic. It's a cult classic.
4 seasons that opening ran for in both Japan and in America. Like that's not something you get. But I like different openings for anime. I just kind of think it just gets me excited for something new. It gets me excited for the next arc, and it kind of just lets me come back into the show.
I don't know, I'm still 50-50 on it. Still 50-50. Like I genuinely like new openings, as Hanson said, because I get super excited about the new arc. At the same time though, why switch it, right? It can be that staple that you know every time you hear it, right? It's going to be that show. Like you just automatically know it's going to be that show. Like Sailor Moon, except for the last season of Sailor Moon genuinely had like the same opening, and you just know off, like you just know it.
I mean, I feel that, but you know what it might be though, and I'm gonna say this because I do this when I'm on Crunchyroll, watching anime. Like if I'm binging an anime on Crunchyroll, I only watch the opening one time, and then I just skip the openings until there's a new opening. Like I'm just like, oh, I'm like, okay, well, we're still dealing with the same opening. A minute 30 into, I just go a minute 30, and then we're into the show, and then we just continue going. But once I see that there's a new opening, I stop and I watch the new opening because I'm like, oh, like what's new, you know? I don't know. It could be the difference between binging a show and then watching that show come on, have a new episode come on every week. Will be like, okay, well, I do like this opening versus I don't like this opening, or they should have kept this opening, or they should have changed this opening. I just feel that, again, not to beat a dead horse, I just like new openings every arc, except if the opening is fire, like Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay, well, we will be right back after this short ad, so stay tuned.
And we're back. Hope everyone is getting their snacks. Hope that line for the bathroom has been moving along. We are going to get back into talking about openings for anime. Simone, what is your favorite opening to any anime?
My favorite opening to any anime, I believe it's the 15th opening for Fairy Tail. It's a specific arc that I genuinely love, and that particular opening is just it's a hyper. It's a hyper, and I have that song on my Spotify liked songs.
I haven't watched Fairy Tail, or I never finished watching Fairy Tail.
It's a great show.
I mean, I read it, but I just never
I've read it too.
I've never got around to like actually finishing the anime to Fairy Tail. I'll say for me, I think it's pretty hard because I thoroughly enjoyed Yuri's on Ice opening. I just think it was just a soft song that just led you into a great anime. And I just think that song of itself, I could have that on any playlist. I don't care if it's like I need to get pumped. I don't care if it's like relaxing, if it's commuting, if it's like getting into the zone. Yuri on Ice's opening song could go on any playlist. I just think it's phenomenal. One of my favorite openings to all the anime.
If you say so.
I
That
mean,
was not my favorite opening and or anime.
I don't know why you didn't like Yuri on Ice.
I don't know, I didn't like it. I'm not a big fan of like sport anime. I'm not the biggest fan when it comes to sport animes, but like there's a few that I like, but even those that I like, I would skip the opening and just go to go to the actual show.
But Yuri on Ice was more of a romance anime.
Was it a romance or was it a bromance?
It's a romance. It's a
Agree
romance.
to disagree. I think it was a nice bromance.
It's a romance. I think Yuri and Victor got together.
Interesting.
Yuri on Ice. I think I may need to go back on Crunchyroll and rewatch that. If you guys have noticed, I have been saying Crunchyroll a lot. I'm trying to get a sponsor by Crunchyroll. So if you guys could like find a way to get this to the Crunchyroll executives, tell them that we would like to be sponsored by Crunchyroll. Shameless plug, Crunchyroll. What's another opening that you thoroughly enjoyed other than Yu Yu Hakusho? Because it's already been established that Yu Yu Hakusho's opening is one of the greatest of all time.
I really liked the first opening of Jujutsu Kaisen, which is like they only have 2 openings, but that first opening got me excited to actually watch the whole thing. Like I already saw a clip from it. I already knew I was gonna watch it. I typically watch the opening 1 or 2 times if I'm new to the anime. Then if I like it, I'll just watch it. If I don't like it, I'll skip it. But Jujutsu Kaisen's first theme song, first opening was really spectacular, and I think it was a great introduction into the show as a whole.
I agree with that.